Anime fans, One Piece fans, what is good? The answer to that question, of course, is One Piece. One Piece is what's good, and today we're going to be talking about the timeline of Enel's return. So as we all know, at the end of the Skypiea arc, Enel went up to the moon where he subjugated the people there and became king of the moon. So he's got a lot of things going for him. He's doing pretty well for himself right now. But there was a big theory and just a lot of people suspecting that he's going to come back at some point in the story. Because of course, Oda could have just had him go to the moon to tie up the Enel saga and the Enel story in a funny manner to just leave him stuck on the moon there. But the fact about the whole mythology and lore about the Skypieans and the moon and how they seem to have originally come from the moon and just the lore Oda was building up there, it seemed like he was going to expound on that. Even it was in the Void Century, it still seemed like he was going to expound on that, and it seemed like Enel would be partially expounded on when Oda expounded on the lore with the Skypieans and the moon. So assuming Enel is not left stuck on the moon and that was not the end of his saga, when would he come back? Because One Piece is supposed to end in 5 years and there's a lot of stuff going on and the end game is clearly shifting into sight. So I don't really see a lot of good spots for Enel to pop in, because the thing about Enel is he's an extremely powerful character. I know a lot of people disagree on this, but I think Enel was pushing Admiral level in terms of raw power pre-time skip. So if he's done a little bit of training, even a little bit, he's going to be a monster. His observation haki is arguably the best observation haki we have seen in the series, and if he got armament haki, well, a lot of people are screwed because he's just going to be so powerful. So if Enel comes back into the story as a main player or just in any sort of fight and any sort of altercation, that's going to be a big deal because he's so powerful. His arrival is going to shake the world. So as drastic as that is, it might fit into the story because we know the world is about to do a lot of shaking now when Luffy beats Kaido or whatever and the Void Century details get revealed and Luffy and Co get to Raftel and find the One Piece and the final war starts, and there's just going to be a lot of major players warring and battling in that final arc. So I think that could be a good spot for Enel to pop in, because I know some people, myself included, were thinking, well, Enel would come to Wano because we know that Luffy's allies have the half crescent moon on them, and Enel is the king of the literal moon. So because of that, maybe that's a connection that he's going to show up and he's going to end up grudgingly helping Luffy to fight Kaido and Big Mom because they're so powerful, and it's hard to see how Luffy would necessarily get strong enough to take both of them out on his own. I could see him getting strong enough, and I believe he will, to defeat Kaido 1v1, but like, who's going to take out Big Mom? Is it going to be Kid? So there was a lot of speculation on how they would defeat Kaido and Big Mom alliance. So some people were saying maybe it's going to be Enel because he's the king of the moon and Luffy's allies are on the moon. But after some thinking, I do not believe he's going to appear in Wano because there's so many major players in Wano already. You got Big Mom, you got Kaido, you got Luffy, you got the rest of the Big Mom pirates, the rest of the Beast pirates, you got all these major playing samurai, and you're probably going to get other big figures like Blackbeard, maybe at the end when he comes to steal Kaido's devil fruit. If that happens, maybe Shanks and the Yonko alliance, Shanks and Luffy versus Big Mom and Kaido. Luffy's going to become Yonko level and he's just going to become super duper powerful. You're going to get admirals, you're going to have a lot of major players. So adding Enel to the mix might be a bit much. Maybe Oda would do that, but there isn't a lot of proof for that besides the crescent moon thing, Enel being king of the moon thing. So I don't think that's enough for Enel to actually come. So I don't really think he's going to come to Wano because I think that would be a little bit of overkill, or not overkill per se. I'm just not sure Oda would be able to properly incorporate him into the story, and I don't think Oda would bring him into the story that suddenly because I know Oda likes to do his surprises. But even so, I could see Enel coming to Wano. I wouldn't be surprised if he did, but I don't think he's going to, even though if he did come, I wouldn't be that surprised. So that leaves my former question: when and where will he come? And I would say that will probably be during the final battle, because we know Enel likes conquest. That's why he took over the moon. So maybe something will tip him off and he's going to come to Earth and he's going to try to do some conquering there or something like that. I don't know why he would come to Earth exactly, but if Oda is not leaving him on the moon and he does want Enel to be a part of the story again, he would probably drop in during the final war, because that's going to be the war where you got these big admirals, you got Sakazuki, you got some Yonkos who aren't dead, you got the revolutionaries, you got Dragon, you got a probably Yonko level Sabo, a Pirate King level Luffy, like, you just got all these super powerful Yonko and Admiral level characters who are going to be fighting everywhere and flying around everywhere in this major final war. So adding Enel to the mix wouldn't be that much. Like, it would be a big deal because Enel is so powerful, but it would just be another top tier among a bunch of other top tiers. So I could definitely see Oda doing that. I don't know whose side Enel will be on, but I believe if he does return, it will be there. That will be the timeline of his return. He would return during the final war. That's when I think Enel will return, if he returns, because I don't see any other good spot for him to hop in. Because as I said, Wano, that would be such a game changer. That would be so big with so little warning, unless we get more information that sets up for him to come. And then of course he wouldn't come to Raftel because he has no place in Raftel. Raftel, that arc would be for Luffy and Blackbeard, maybe Kid, but probably not even Kid. That would just be more for Luffy and his crew fighting Blackbeard and the Blackbeard pirates to get the One Piece or something like that, and Enel's got no spot there. And if these last 3 foreseeable arcs are truly going to be the last 3, then the only place that would make sense for Enel to go to would be the final war. And I know some people think the Straw Hats might go to the moon. As I said, I don't really see a place in the story for them to go to the moon at this point if Oda really wants to wrap up the story this quick, and if the story is really going to end in 5 years, because I know Oda's timelines a lot of the time are right, but this time it seems a little bit legit when I was just thinking on everything. So I believe Enel will come during the final war, because I don't know anywhere else he would come. That would be the only place he would fit in, and his return would fit in the story. So that is the conclusion to this particular video. Comment down below when and where you think Enel will appear, if you think he will appear at all again in the story. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content, and only if you enjoy my content, like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more One Piece content, and I will see you in the next video.